All right, welcome back to the Knives Fast channel, guys. We have another review for you right here on the Knives Fast channel. Definitely make sure you are subscribed, and if you're not, check it out. Hit that subscribe, watch a few videos, see what you think, and then stick around, hit that notification bell, and everybody like and comment and check out the channel. Now, this is a knife sent to me by Vosteed, and guys, this may be my favorite Vosteed so far. It's very much up there at the top. This is the Hedgehog in black micarta S35VN bead blasted, and just loving this knife overall. This is my first time to check out their new top liner lock, as they're calling it, and we'll talk a bunch about that. This is a awesome newish, not new really, but new to Vosteed, lock type, and they're killing it. They're just killing it. We'll show another example of the same lock, but we're going to talk about this knife first. So again, this is the Hedgehog. It is, as I said, in micarta, this gorgeous looking black micarta with a partial frag. I love this. Nice and flat here. Flat scales, by the way, but frag, nice and finished, feels really good. And then you got these geometric lines. You do have a bent steel clip. Goes in and out of the pocket fine. Could be a little bit stronger, but I say that on their clip a lot. Now, it does fit down in the scales, and it does have flat screws. Plenty of room here. You have a tiny bit sticking out of the pocket, and it is reversible. Lanyard, folks, be happy. You got a lanyard hole there. And I wondered, so it's funny, you got a lanyard hole here, but then you got a barrel spacer and another contoured pin there. So I wonder if that's another option for a lanyard there, if you wanted that. Really interesting. Now, nice and chamfered off. You see this gorgeous blade and the fuller and the studs sticking out. You have satin hardware, satin button. Now let's go ahead before I start opening the knife, and let's talk about what this is, okay? This is not a plunge lock. It's a button, but it's not a plunge lock, and there's a reason they're calling it the top liner lock rather than using the word button, because what this is there is a top liner, or as you Spyderco fans will know, this is like a compression lock, okay? So it's a compression lock. And then you have a button to actuate it. Now, if you look over at our friend, the Top Lock Raccoon, this one has more of a traditional looking button, but I actually dig this kind of button here. This is kind of cool, and it works really well. But what you're dealing with is a compression lock. Now, this is very much like the Spyderco Smock in that it's operated by a button here, but it works really, really well. And so let's get into that by flipping it open. Now, you do have a flipper tab with great jimping. You do have really nice thumb studs and good access to the thumb studs from either side. Yes, I can thumb flick it off of the thumb studs and, of course, off of the fuller. I can open it with this flipper tab. And, guys, here's the other deal. By having a liner lock or a top liner lock, what you end up with, by the way, you can see it over better now that I've actually opened the knife. So there it is. It comes over, and you can see that it's locked up there. And speaking of lockup, no lock rock, no blade play. Yeah, definitely not. No side to side at all. It's kind of hard to see the percentage that's locked up, but I would say it looks like 25 or so. But what you have is you have a button lock, a top liner, I know, but a button lock with a detent, because you have a detent ball and it engages, and you have, look, no wave that's going to come out, and you have a real detent on that flick, and on that thumb stud open, and it just makes a huge difference. And this guy becomes incredibly, if you're not totally uncoordinated like me, comes incredibly fidgety. I mean, it just really is. This is a great knife. Now, you can see here, it is really tight. And back here in this finger well here, I am kind of off. So I don't have 4 fingers back here, but they gave me a flat and even a little choil here. I prefer the flat myself because it keeps me back off of that blade. But now with that flat, I've got a 4-finger grip. Feels really good. Now, I will say when you're back here, that the jimps, the heavy jimps here are perfect. When I choke up a little bit, I'm kind of on that harpoon, but I'm still on the back, the very end of those jimps, which is fine with me. Now, you have a flat grind here. I love the blade finish. So you have a normal satin horizontal, but you have a bead blast here, and then a well-finished kind of shiny fuller. It's bead blasted. I'm sorry. The fuller's also bead blasted. Sorry, I couldn't see it good. Really nice sharpening choil that comes out of that finger choil. And yes, you can use that as a finger choil, but just stay back off that edge. And again, super fidgety. I mean, this guy has a real detent, and it is really nice. Now, it does drop on those bearings. You don't have to help it if you don't want to. It definitely will drop, okay? So stay out of the way, but because your lock's on the back, you do stay out of the way. That's exactly what you do, and so this makes a much more safe knife for folks, including me. So really, really good. Now, guys, I want to show something because people have brought this up a bunch. It is a little bit bigger than the Tempest microburst. People have said they have some similarities. I definitely think they're quite different. Definitely not a copy here, just a similar, very effective design. But for those of you that have microbursts, there is your size comparison. That's not good. All right, so let's see our normal size comparisons, and then we'll bring our raccoon out here in just a moment. There is your Rat 1, which is quite bigger, and your Rat 2, which lengthwise still has it just a little bit. That gives you an idea of the size. And then if we slip that out and put our top lock raccoon in here, which is, again, the same lock, just a little bit different with the button rather than the kind of pill-shaped button there. But that gives you the size comparison of that. Now, guess what, guys? You guys get on my case when I show knives that aren't available. This one, at the time of recording, is completely available. There are 3 versions on Vosteed's site. I will leave the link below. The blue micarta, the green micarta, I believe that is that G10 or micarta? I'm going to click on it real quick. Nope, it's green micarta and then black micarta. They're all $129 with S35VN. By the way, you got Vosteed there, you got S35 there, and that is all of your billboarding, okay? Just those 2 things, and it's not on the blade grind, which is them listening very well. I love that. I don't like anything on that grind if I can help it. So $129 for this. Now, if you look at, by the way, the blue is not micarta. I take that back. It's G10. So it's black. I mean, it's blue G10 with like patterning on it. So I don't know if you can see that on here or not. All right. So these are 2.99 inch blade with a 7.11 inch overall length. The blade width is 1.3. The blade thickness is 0.138, so a little thicker, but you got plenty of room here for that flat grind to come down to a nice sharp edge. Again, S35VN, modified sheep's foot. Handle length is 4.12 inches, which is plenty, again, if you're choked up. And by the way, the flipper tab comes down here and overlaps the handle scales a little bit, and I actually like that because it provides a little bit of a contour because you hit that first. I like that. I like the way it is. 4.02 ounces, but it doesn't feel heavy. Cage ceramic bearings, designed by Yu Dong. Very, very, very cool. So, guys, let me know what you think of this one. Again, $130. I will have a link down below, so definitely check it out. And I would love to hear what you think of the top liner lock and of the Vosteed Wow, Casey. Hedgehog. All right, guys. So like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And I appreciate all of you for everything you do for the channel and for watching the Knives Fast channel.